What's up guys? In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a short tutorial on how to wire in a DSX Flex Fuel, aka E85 sensor for a 2010 to 2015, the 5th gen Camaro SS. So, as mentioned, I just said this is the DSX kit. So this is everything that it comes with. Obviously we have the sensor here. This is actually a disconnect tool, but my fuel line on my car is actually already disconnected. You guys, if you guys came from my other video, we are currently doing a build on this thing. So be sure to check that out if you're not here from that. But yeah, guys, as mentioned, this is a fuel line disconnect tool. I don't need that. So this end is gonna go on top of your fuel supply. This one is our wire going to our ECM. I actually already have that unplugged to show you guys which connector. And this is actually going to connect with our coil pack on the car. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and come over to the car here to show you guys. So over here, this is where the factory fuel line connects. You guys can see my setup is a little different right now because I did do the fuel rail flip modification. So my fuel line will be shorter in the end, but if you guys have a 5th gen, you know the fuel line will come all the way over. So your sensor, if you want to wire it that way, will probably be over there. But mine, I'm gonna wire in right here. So basically, as mentioned, you take the disconnect tool and you're going to press in on the fuel line so it can pop off. And then that should free your fuel line so that way the sensor can pop on. Here is the ECM connector here. As you guys can see on your ECM, if your car is obviously not as dirty as mine, you will be able to see this tape is actually black. That one is gray. You want the one with the black tape. So that is the closest one to the radiator. And we are going to be disassembling this connector here because we have to insert our wire at pin 40 on this connector. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this connector apart. To do that, I'm going to cut that zip tie right there, and this back is gonna come off. And then we're going to remove the terminal holder. So, okay, so as you see, I have the back cover taken off of my ECM connector, and I also have the terminal lock removed. So you guys want to make sure you do remove the plastic terminal lock, or else it is going to be quite difficult to get the pin in and out. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and mount my sensor to my fuel. And then I'm gonna go ahead and run my line and show you guys where to connect your power connector. All right, to make it easy for you guys, pin 40 is to the left of this yellow wire right here. There is a factory plug right there. Just push it through from this side, and so that way it will clear out the space. You can kind of see the hole where our wire is gonna go in. And that is pin 40, and that's how you pin this sensor out. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get my pin and show you guys the finished product. All right, so here is the finished product. After I've completely ran my wiring and everything, you guys can see I do have my ECM connector plugged back in there. I did make it all nice and pretty with this little small wire looming here. That's actually for the wire that we just pinned into our ECM there. If you guys can see right there, that is the connector that powers up your sensor. So that piece of connector right there is part of the harness that plugs into your coil pack. So I did plug mine in on number 8, and then the rest of that harness does run back over here to your sensor. as you guys can see, I did have to get an AN line made for this, and that's only because I did do these rail flip mod that is common for 5th gen Camaros. So the C6 fuel line ends up being a little bit too long and puts it in a bind when you run a flex fuel sensor. But if you don't do a rail flip, then you should be fine regardless. But that is why I have an AN line. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know if you have any questions. As usual, you can comment down below or DM me on my Instagram. It is the same as the channel name, Trent5Tree. I will drop it right here. And other than that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.